Just when you thought the 2024 recruiting cycle was over, not so fast. Florida State makes a late move and lands another commit and signee for 2024 in four-star athlete Amaree Williams. This is a kid that was previously a member of the 2025 class, but ended up reclassifying last December after visiting Florida State. The timing of this one was a bit weird because Florida State gained all that momentum, like we said, getting him on campus and then getting him to reclassify. But then nothing was announced on signing day, and it kind of just went quiet after that. He didn't visit anywhere else, so most still remained confident in Florida State. But we learned today that he actually did secretly sign with the Noles back in December, adding to a really good recruiting class for 2024. I'm not really sure what led to the delay in the public announcement, but nonetheless, he's a Nole. Amaree comes in as a four-star athlete, one of the top players in the state of Florida. He measures in at 6'4", 215 pounds. He's a two-way player for his high school where he plays like a jumbo wide receiver kind of role and edge rusher. He's also a multi-sport athlete and competes in track and field events, so he got tremendous athleticism and speed and a good pairing with his size. You can definitely see that kind of two-way role continue at the next level, maybe even line up as a tight end, but I do think the staff covets him most at the edge position or maybe even linebacker eventually. It definitely seems like that's where he projects to have the highest ceiling, especially if he can continue to build and put on weight. So I trust that spending some time at Josh Storm's strength and conditioning program will do wonders for him. This is a massive pickup for multiple reasons. Yes, it's always good to land a blue-chip in-state prospect, but edge players are a massive need right now, especially from the high school ranks. Jared Verse is headed to the draft. Gilbert Edmond transferred back to South Carolina. So your depth there is not great. And what you do have outside of Pat Payton is very young and unproven. Now, luckily, Mike Norvell is elite in the portal and went out and got like 42 edge guys like Marvin Jones Jr. and the Duro Jaye kid from West Virginia. And those are great pickups. Those are guys we've covered on this channel and guys I'm really excited about. But they are portal gets, and it's not quite the same as getting them out of high school and fully developing them as a player. Florida State has actually struggled a bit with recruiting the defensive line as a whole out of high school recently, but especially the edge position, which is shocking considering the development they can sell with guys like Jared Verse and Jermaine Johnson. Obviously, you saw LJ McCray and Armando Blunt, both guys who at Florida State really wanted, ended up signing elsewhere, and even worse, they signed with your in-state rivals. So this is a great way to kind of answer for that and at least bring in one blue-chip guy at the defensive end position. They also have D.D. Holmes enrolled, and I'm actually really excited about him as well. I think he might be one of the more underrated guys in this class. So between this and the transfer portal, you're starting to see these holes in the roster get filled, and it's pretty exciting. I think Florida State's in a really interesting spot here in 2024 and in 2025. Yeah, they lost an absolute ton of production this offseason due to the draft and eligibility, but with what they brought in from the high school ranks and what they've done and are still doing in the transfer portal right now, I'm feeling more and more like we'll all be pleasantly surprised. We've said this before. Mike Norvell and this staff, they don't want to take a step back. This is more of a reload rather than a rebuild kind of year, and if you can keep landing players like this, it's going to get pretty scary in Tallahassee. Now, I would say this is the last guy Florida State takes, at least from the high school ranks in 2024. I think they are still looking for a couple more guys out of the portal, and I actually think a big transfer prospect is going to pop any time now, so just to give you a little teaser there. Again, a huge pickup with Amaree Williams, a great way to close the book on the 2024 recruiting class. I think Florida State's in great hands, and fans have a lot to be excited about. But always good to jump on here and celebrate a new commitment with you guys, especially a blue-chip edge commit. And that's exactly why you want to make sure you drop a like on this video and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the big Florida State news. Plus, it really helps me out a ton. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. We're really trying to hit that goal by kickoff in Ireland, and I think we can do it. So definitely hit that subscribe button. I think we'll have some more good news coming here pretty soon, so stay tuned. And as always, go Noles.